Yari yari everyone, Hades here. Let's make a few teams for Clash Domain. I'm going to go over some of the basic principles I think about when I put together teams. Some of it's going to be, obviously if you have the +1 to Glorian, capitalize on that so you have the unstoppable. If you can fit it in, let's get Monarchs in, or you can make hybrid teams of that, right? So let's say you got Arthur in, let's say you got
Frost has arrived.
Haosea. You don't necessarily need Haosea. You could do Dahlia, you could do
Do
Ayu,
you want power?
we could do,
Or do you want me?
let's say, Lamia and
Who dares
Ophelia.
disturb my sleep?
For relics, let's do some Doom relics. If you have it, do Soulbinding Lance, otherwise Leviathan's good. If you need to, go ahead and put this hand in. But let's go with this setup. Let's go with the shield if you have it. The shield's going to have us get more sanctuaries from Lamia, and then execution blades for increased attack, possible chance for execution, and then primarily to reset our artifacts. Now, for the artifact we're going to use for this one, I'm most likely going to use the one that increases the attack for Doomsday, right? So that's by 300%. I'm going to save my better artifacts for their teams. That's going to be like my Genesis Staff, Guardian Chalice, and then Rising Crown. Now, that's the setup right now for me. If I was to go full Doom, you could throw in other Dooms into this. If you don't have Arthur, I would put 2 Glorians in at that point. Let's go ahead and wipe all of this. So let's do Mystifiers. Most of us are going to have a good Mystifier branch after last season, Season 6. A lot of us went into that. So let's go ahead and let's start with 2 Monarchs. So you could say Astrid and Dullahan, or you could say Talos. Definitely Gaia for her damage boost and her enemy speed reduction. And then let's go ahead and put the Glorians in. I'm going to put in Audrey for another Monarch. And let's say Gwyn for another Deviant. And he also provides attack boost. And Corrode goes off team average attack, so that is helpful. Anything that's going to buff your attack. For them, I'm going to put in Genesis Staff as the artifact because you're going to get that 25% of HP being restored each round. That's a nice solid heal that's going to quickly grow your attack defense for your team and provide longevity for your Clash team. Longevity is important because you're hoping that these are going to kill a streak, right? You're wanting that 3x, or if you can get it, that 4x. So yes, definitely Genesis Staff on this. Now for relics, I do try to keep it Mystifier for them as well. So let's go with one that's going to give us 100 relic energy as soon as it fires off. Hopefully with Gaia helping you attack sooner, or at least at normal, if the enemy team has another Gaia, is hopefully you're going to be able to go through your relics pretty quickly. I like Python's Mirror just because it gives me the chance to revive. Sometimes that does help me get that kill streak in Clash, but you could also do the Scythe, because then you're going to cycle through a lot faster. You could say then after that, Knight's Edge, right? And then you cycle through it rather quickly. That's pretty much the Misfire team. You could substitute it a little bit. You could put Astrid in, like I said, but do try to keep the 3 Monarchs. Monarchs, it's really the only rune synergy to primarily think about. Most fights aren't going to last too long anyways, but if you can get your Monarch synergy in there, try to have 3, minimum 2, but try to have 3 if you're able to do it. Let's take a look at an ETH team. Now, obviously, if you have any Adora with reds, go that, but everyone should have an Alicia. I think most will have it at 7. So let's throw her in there. She has great control once you get past round 2, because most enemy teams will have 2 Glorians for the Unstoppable as well. But let's go with Alicia because of her Ice Contract and how she buffs HP and attack. If you don't have Eudora, you could substitute it with Katrina. You could go Karnak. Karnak's a good choice because he increases crit boost stacks, and he also heals on crits. So that can be very helpful. Elowen's also a
Great
good
and
choice.
decisive
You
victory.
could go with her. Now for this one, you know, even though I don't have the +1 to ETH, I do want a Flex hero in here. And I just find Aphrodite, it's like the
Need
biggest
me to fix
cancer, right?
this
So
mess?
let's throw her in, let her really abuse the enemy team. So let's go Aphrodite, and then let's go Glorians, right? So let's say Talanis, and let's say Gloria.
Reborn
You
into
could go
redemption.
Ariana. That's another good choice in that. But in this team, what I'm picturing here is, you know, if it's going past round 2, then you're going to
My creations will
want all that
destroy
control.
our
You
enemies.
can put a couple points into the ETH tree, get the increased stun chance when you crit. That's going to be big. Aphrodite's Phantom Illusion, Talanis's, you know, her stun. All great things to have, you know, if your battle is going on beyond round 2. Now for the artifact, go ahead and remove this. Let's put in Rising Crown. Save that. And then we'll wipe this out. Now, if you have them, Forbidden Chest up front, and then Flame Banner is what I would do, and then have Handed Tear to reset. If you don't have that, either Forbidden Chest or Flame Banner if you only have one of them. Otherwise, go with, let's just go with Glorian ones, right? So let's throw in this. Let's throw in Excalibur for more stuns. And then let's throw in Handed Tear for that large AoE. Alright, so that's pretty much the setup. The increased stun length and 1000% increased relic damage is going to be pretty big. These should be pretty tanky, pretty powerful teams, lots of control if the battle goes on long. Just keep in mind, try to have that 3 Monarch or more. Try to have a way that you're healing for that longevity. If you can get them in, get at least 2 Deviants for that initial Holy Shield. If you don't have the Holy Shields, definitely try to run Dodge Runes. I run Dodge Runes on a lot of them anyways if I can, just because I want that increased chance. But if you're running 4 yellow Dodge Runes and you're getting the 2 stacks of Holy Shield, the main reason I'm putting that in is just because in that round 0, you don't want your team getting crippled due to corrode, right? And a lot of teams out there are going to have a lot of corrode. All right, well, that's pretty much everything for today. Hades out.